And then we'll just start with you by you introducing yourself and telling us where you work.
Great. Thank you very much, Sue. Firstly and foremost, very humbled to be doing this interview. Background of myself, so I'm with South African Tourism coming on to 10 years. Prior to that, have a background in the aviation space and have worked for many of the airlines, and particularly in the trade space and in the sales and marketing as well as in operations. But I've had 10 years of real enjoyment at South African Tourism, and privileged and also humbled to have the opportunity to market our beautiful country and the destination of South Africa. And through that have made some very, very good contacts and have worked very nicely with people from all around the world. And in particular in the markets that I look after, which is the Middle East and Turkey. So my current role with South African Tourism, I'm the Manager Marketing and Promotions for the Middle East and Turkey. Work closely with the South African trade as well as the trade in the markets of the Middle East and Turkey.
Great. And so you have been nominated as a superlifter. So Sadiq, we'd love to find out from you, what are some of the reasons that you've been so inclined to give people a hand up when they need it, and how that has played out in the various situations and places that you've worked?
Again, I think you take this accolade with absolute humbleness, and I'm very grateful for the people that have nominated me. But I think really stems from also the people that I work with, people that I've worked with previously, and people that I currently work with. I've learned from many people in the industry. When I started up in the industry, many helped me up to learn about the tourism sector, to learn about the aviation industry when I was a junior sales and grew in the ranks of becoming sales manager, and also at South African Tourism, in learning about marketing the destination. There are so many people that have helped me to be where I am today, and I think it's only fair for me to be able to share this information, the insights, everything that I've learned. We're all in the people business, and I think the key thing about this is how do we constantly share and help to each other. And I think it's not just about helping each other, and I think there's so much about helping each other during this time of COVID. My mantra has been, every day I wake up, it's about how can I help myself to be a better person, and more particularly with as I work on myself, to then help and share my insights, my knowledge, and being the person that I am, the authentic self that I am, to help people. And I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity, and I'm also grateful for people to take what I can share with them. And I think key to that also, you work with such brilliant minds on a daily basis within South African Tourism. And then, of course, equally, you have great minds that you interact with when you're doing your day-to-day work. And those people share information with you, which I learn so much from the people that I interact with. So, I'll always be a good listener. My heart is always open to accept and work with everybody and anybody at all different levels, immaterial of rank, immaterial of where they fit in the organizations. I think that's the key thing. Everybody has something to offer, and whatever I learn, I then take back and share it. So I've got a little thing that I do by myself. What have I learned from people that I've dealt with on a daily basis? And I make these notes every day. I've got a little book and I make a note, and some of it I document, just if I've had an engagement, a sales meeting, or I've had a marketing collaboration, or I've worked with different people. I've just make a note, whatever I learned from that person today. And with that, it helps me to become a better person, and in turn share my information and share whatever I've learned with other people.
I love that. And I think there's this misconception sometimes I think people have about that when you help somebody out, that it drains some of your energy. But it seems like the opposite is actually true, is that the more that you are able to help others, more kind of it energizes you and encourages those people to also share with you, so that it lifts you up. So it's kind of like this beautiful thing where the one act leads to more acts of kindness, all around. Sadiq, if you could tell me also a little bit about any sort of recent projects that you've been working on that you felt have just kind of really spoken to this aspect of your personality and this trait that you like to help out when opportunity presents itself. Is there anything that you're working on at the moment or have recently done that has really been in line with this?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sue. And I think there's so much that we do on a day-to-day basis that we even forget, how does it impact our life, my life in particular, and how will it impact on others. But the one that comes to mind is where I'm currently, the project that I'm currently working on with a great team that I have with me. And South African tourism has embarked on a tourism recovery strategy. And we've got what we refer to as the EPMO projects. And I've been privileged and humbled to lead the project on international and internal mobility. Of course, my passion for aviation, but it's not linked particularly to aviation. It's linked to all parts of mobility within the country and, of course, into the country as well, and looking at all forms of mobility. But I think the key thing around this was, the collaboration of working with great minds within South African tourism from different business units that have added so much to this project. And we've had the opportunity with that also to do research and engage with different associations, stakeholders, trade partners, within the organization. So it was a joint collaboration. One is working with great minds as a team within South African tourism, and particularly using the opportunity of engaging with sectors within the tourism sector that I would not have dealt with on a day-to-day basis in my day-to-day work. And with that collaboration, using all of that information, using all of those insights to then, have the project that we're doing at the moment. And we've done some really great work. And of course, it's really so humbling when you start asking people to contribute towards something, and they feel, this is what it's all about. Everybody out there wants to help somebody and help somebody. So it's just about how we as individuals empower each other to say that your opinion, your thoughts, your experiences is very important, and it will be taken into account if we are discussing and talking with you. So yeah, the joint collaboration with my colleagues from within South African tourism on doing this project on international and internal mobility. And of course, having a team and management that I report to, through the different management channels, who are so supportive and who allow you the opportunity to collaborate and work with each other, and always open to be able to share their information with me. So a great learning experience and a great opportunity to give back to our country, which we so all love and we so all want to keep ensuring that it really shines and continues to be, the sought after destination.
Yeah, it's something I wonder about sometimes, and you're talking about the willingness of everybody to just step up and help in this project in particular. And I wonder if other industries are like tourism, because it seems like in our industry, it's just always an attitude of how can I help? What can I do to support you? What can I do to encourage you? And it doesn't even need to be linked to any kind of bottom line benefit. People are just really often happy to get stuck in, and that's what makes them passionate about working in this industry, and is often helping others. Sadiq, do you have anything talking about gaps in the industry, is there anywhere that if you had all the time in the world that you would love to focus your efforts in terms of helping people get involved and supporting a particular aspect of the industry?
Yeah, I think, we all have that within ourselves. How do we contribute and give more back to our industry? I think for me, I have a particular passion. Firstly and foremost is sharing my experiences and the knowledge that I have. So for all the new entrants that are wanting to come into the tourism space and work in the tourism sector, to share my knowledge, share what I've experienced. I've had the opportunity to work in different sectors from within the aviation space, and of course the opportunity to work within South African tourism and look at different markets. But what's really key, and I think something that I think will do well for us as a country, is to ensure that we continuously have a pipeline of new products, new entrants coming into our market, into the industry, new businesses, youth especially, really giving the opportunity to youth, and particularly given my passion of helping those that have never had opportunities to be able to to grasp the tourism sector, or also to start up their businesses. And I think, you know, if I could in any way help entrepreneurs grow their business, I think that is something that I would really want to do, you know, and continuously to do. And I think also the opportunity to grow new markets. Of course, we're all faced with different constraints in terms of budgets, but you know, I think we particularly focus on the ones that give us the return on investment. But you know, if I have the opportunity to continuously help to grow new markets and have those markets in turn will help new entrants to have an opportunity to be able to have the equal footing and grow their businesses also in new markets. So there's so much I can tell you about, Sue. I think it's really something that you think about every day. How much more can you give and how much more can you contribute? But also, I think what's critical is how much, as long as my relationships and the networks that we have amongst ourselves as people, if that continues and that grows, I'll also feel very privileged and humbled, because if I can continuously engage with people from all different sectors, you know, whether it's bus companies in the tourism space, whether it's a small entrepreneur, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a senior manager, director, CEO, if we can keep those relationships going at all different levels, then we know we're contributing to each other and we're helping each other to grow this sector, and more importantly, to contribute to the growth of our beautiful country and grow the products of our beautiful country.